Hello, students. Today we will learn about energy flow in an ecosystem. Science section B, lesson number 7. This lesson includes photosynthesis, cellular respiration, ecological neck, producers, consumers, herbivores, omnivores, carnivores, scavengers, food chain, trophic level, food webs, ecological pyramids. Before getting into the lesson, let us understand few concepts. You must have heard about ecosystem. An ecosystem is a large community of living organisms. Plants, animals, and microbes are included in it in a particular area. The living and physical component are linked together through nutrient cycles and energy flows. Ecosystems are of any size, but usually they are in particular places. There are three main types of ecosystems: freshwater ocean and terrestrial. Each type of ecosystem can house a wide variety of habitats and thus accounts for the diversity of plants and animals on planet Earth. Now the question comes that how does interaction takes place in abiotic and biotic factors in an ecosystem? In general, abiotic factors like rock, soil, and water interact with biotic factors in the form of providing nutrients. Just as humans mine mountains, cultivate soil, rock, and soil provide resources for plants, and plants cycle the nutrient through so they end up back in the ground where they began. The water, phosphorus, nitrogen, and carbon cycles are examples of this. Abiotic factors are the non-living component of the ecosystem. Biotic factors are of the living organism within an ecosystem. These may be plants, animals, fungi, and any other living things. Biotic factors have to rely on abiotic factors to survive. Some examples are given in the picture. The classification of the living organism is based on the modes of nutrition of producers, consumers, saprophytes, and decomposers. Before understanding about the food chain, food web, and the various topics, let us understand the feeding relationship. Energy flows through an ecosystem in one direction from producers to various levels of consumer. Producers means they can produce their own food, that is, they are autotrophs. Producers are organisms that make their own food. They are also known as autotrophs. They get energy from chemicals or the sun, and with the help of water, convert that energy into usable energy in the form of sugar or food. The most common example of producers are plants. Plants are called producers because they make their own food inside themselves. Producers use cellular respiration to supply the energy they need to live. Producers make their own food from sunlight, that is photosynthesis, base of food chain of web, higher numbers than consumers. Producers use the energy of the sun to build energy rich carbohydrates. Solar energy provides practically all energy for ecosystem. Plants are the first level in the food chain of food webs and are also known as primary producers. They make all the food and the energy that is found in an ecosystem. Consumers eat other things. Consumer is a category that belongs within the food chain of an ecosystem. It refers predominantly to animals. Consumers are unable to make their own energy and instead rely on the consumption and digestion of producers or other consumers or both to survive. Ecological roles, let's see: herbivores, which eats only plants; carnivores eat only other animals; omnivores eat both plants and animals. Animals that eat plants exclusively are herbivores, and animals that eat only meat are carnivores. Omnivore, an animal which is able to consume both plants like a herbivore and meat like a carnivore. Few examples are here of herbivores: sheep, zebra, giraffe, cow. Examples of carnivores: fox, lion, leopard. Omnivores examples: pigs, bear, ducks, fog, most humans. Some more examples are given in the picture. Have a look on it. Now, let us understand what is primary consumers. The organisms that consume producers are called primary consumers. They are also called herbivores. Secondary consumers. Secondary consumers may be a carnivore or a herbivore, may be a predator, may be a scavenger. What is a predator? A predator is an animal that eats other animals or people of companies who act like they do. Lions are predators, but so are pickpockets and some giant corporation. The word predator started out referring to insects that ate other insects, but have grown to include any animal that eat another animal. Look at the picture. The predator and the prey. Carnivore kill the prey during attack. Herbivore removes part of many prey, rarely lethal. Parasites consume parts of one or few prey, rarely lethal. Parasitoids kill one prey during prolonged attack. These are the types of predators. What is the meaning of scavengers? An animal that feeds on dead animals, especially a carnivorous animal that eats dead animal rather than or in addition to hunting live prey. Vultures, hyenas, and wolves are scavengers. Examples are here: jackal, crow, vulture, hyena, coyote. Let us see what is tertiary consumer. Many ecosystems contain a fourth trophic level made up of carnivores that consume other carnivores called tertiary consumers. The hawk that eats a snake is a tertiary consumer unless a larger bird eats the hawk. See the chart where energy flows through the system. Heat energy is lost from the system. What are saprophytes? An organism, especially a fungus or a bacterium, that lives on and gets its nourishment from dead organism or decaying organic material. Saprophytes recycle organic material in the soil, breaking it down into simpler compounds that can be taken up by other organisms. Saprophytic plants obtain their food directly from dead or decay matter. Example of saprophytic plant is fungi. Here we have the difference between saprophytes versus parasites. Just have a look and read it. Let's understand what are decomposers. Decomposition of bodies and waste releases nutrients back into environment to be recycled by other organisms. This helps release trapped energy in dead organism back to the earth. Decomposers feed on the remains of the other animals. Decomposers play an important role in the ecosystem. By digesting dead matter, they put nutrients back into the soil, making them available to producers. Decomposer is an organism that decomposes or breaks down organic material such as the remains of dead organism. Decomposers include bacteria and fungi. These organisms carry out the process of decomposition which all living organisms undergo after death. Decomposition is an important process because it allows organic material to be recycled in an ecosystem. Examples of primary consumers, secondary consumers, apex consumers, and omnivores are given in the chart. Let's see what is a food chain. At the bottom of the web are the producers such as grass. They make their own food by using sun's energy. From the producer, the energy passes to the primary consumers and then to the secondary consumer and finally to the decomposers. The plants and animals that eat the plants and also the predators depending on the ecosystem. The sun, producer, primary consumer, secondary consumer, and the decomposer. In the food chain, the food which provides energy is transformed stepwise from one organism to another. The food chain shows the flow of energy from one organism to another through which trophic level. Energy flow is represented by an arrow. Arrow goes in direction of energy. Exercise. Name the producer and decomposer in this food chain. We'll be continuing our lecture. Thank you.